Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. We're taking a look here at Chainlink, seeing what's going on. I get a lot of requests from this one, and this is going to become one of our daily drivers. We'll just go ahead and have this on the list for the foreseeable near future because I get just so many requests. I want to make sure we cover this consistently. That said, we're going to talk a little bit about Elliott Wave and the potential for pullback if this is the top. The potential for breaking through this upper level based on a few factors such as liquidity and fair value gap on smaller timeframes. And of course, just helping understand, what the big picture is here. So if you are new to the channel, just know I'm not a financial advisor. I really, truly do love teaching people how to trade. If you want to become a better trader, cryptocash.tech is a site linked down below where you can essentially learn to become a little bit more consistent. I have trading signals that I share with my community. So if you take a look at our premium section here, there is a lot of good, healthy trades that we were taking profit on. Granted, we had one stop loss here recently, but all these other gains add up over time, right? So again, more profitable as a consistency there. I post my results every month, so here in a couple of days, I'll post this month's results. Pretty good. I think we're about 85-90% success, but again, there's that Solana stop loss that we hit there recently, but most of these other trades, again, help us stay profitable at the end of the day. So again, awesome stuff. Be sure to check that out. Heads up, we are going to have a restriction on the amount of members available in our group, so we're probably going to cap off at 200 just to make sure we have a good amount of one-on-one attention with my members because I get a lot of questions. I want to make sure you guys are well taken care of. So thank you again for the questions there, and also happy to hear that these signals and just these videos are working out beneficially for you. If they are, let me know, comment below. Love to hear your feedback. Like, subscribe, follow, greatly appreciate that. So with Link, quick little heads up here. We got a fair value gap that hasn't been filled yet. It's somewhere in the range of 915 to about 980. Not saying we're going to hit that, but if the price pulls back, that would be a likely retracement area. Okay, it's common for that to get filled. You do got to recognize, though, this little resistance spot here, this little area here at about, 1120 as a round number, is getting hit multiple times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times now. So the probability of price breaking through that is much higher than it would be to come down. You could argue the fact that, it can't get past that level because there's tons of resistance. That's true. But as you build a volume profile at that range, you'll start seeing that is really not a big deal. Okay? So we got the second amount, most volume there. If we zoom in, obviously here, we can kind of see that there's a solid chunk of volume right here at that 1120 range. Okay. As the volume builds, the more likely it is to break. Exactly what we saw here, where the price action continued to build this volume profile, and then it just took off from there. Okay. So I think we're going to see another leg up here from Chainlink. Speaking of leg up, let's go ahead and talk about the RSI being overextended. So I get this question a lot. Typically RSI being overextended, that's usually a case in point where the price should pull back. However, money flow index is still fairly high. Okay? The key takeaway here is if the money flow index and the RSI start tapering off and the price goes up, that's a hidden divergence, and we've got to be ready for a short position at that point. Okay? So again, pay attention to the money flowing into this coin. If it continues to remain high, like it is right now, it's getting close to this moving average, staying pretty consistent. We're in a good shape to see that continue higher. Okay, so again, this daily candlestick hasn't closed. We've got almost 4 hours left, and we're almost already breaking through that moving average. So that's a strong sign. Just know that volume starts to dissipate. We're going to see the price pull back. Keep in mind, too, we also have Fed meeting coming up here as well. I talked about this earlier before all of my analysis, so just be mindful. November 1st, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's best not to trade into this event. Okay? Just some friendly advice. If you're going to trade, use what we use, low leverage, low position size, so you can survive those massive, nasty candle wicks. Okay? Sometimes you'll get hit, you'll get stopped out, but for the most part, it's a pretty safe strategy to keep your position size low and your leverage even lower if possible. Okay? Again, different strokes for different folks. You want to trust those guys out there that are 100 and 150x on certain coins. Go right ahead. Trust me, if you want to gamble your savings away, by all means do that. But again, safer, more conservative approach. That's kind of how I like to approach things. Let's take a look at the 4-hour, see here what's going on. This is another reason why I feel like we might see the upper level retested, because not only do we have this volume, of course, we can see that volume accumulating, but if you look a little closer, you can see this amount of liquidity here. We got a second level that hasn't been swept yet. Really common for that to be swept and then to be just turned right back around, or to retest this most recent high as a new low and to continue higher. So again, all the more reason not just to take a short because the price comes up to this level, but you bet your butt I'm going to go ahead and add an alert to review this coin when the price passes that plane to kind of see if it's worth getting into at that point. Okay. Again, the key takeaway is that I'm going to reevaluate. I'm not just going to jump in blindly. Okay. All right. That said, moving averages are looking pretty solid here. We're above the 20, 200, and the 50. That is fantastic. It's exactly what we're looking for. We take a look at the RSI, above 50, below 70. Perfect place to take entry. And of course, we're trying to converge, but we haven't just yet on the MACD. Okay, so if you look at this and you compare this with Bitcoin, which I always like to recommend you do, you take a look, there is a similarity here between these two coins. Okay? That said, the amount of volume, as long as it remains high, we're going to be in good shape. Just keep in mind, if Bitcoin does break to the downside, we could very well see a pretty strong correction to fill these gaps here down below, closer to the $8 to $9 range. Okay. So again, if you're going to short, I would recommend waiting to short until this liquidity has been swept, and then effectively consider taking a position after that. Take a look at the hourly though. I think this Ichimoku cloud should be close to most other ones where the lagging span's intersecting, right? We got the support range here, of course, previous high, and the price action converging without, basically there is momentum there, but it's not significant enough. It's only because this ugly candle wick here. So to me, this is not a reason to take a long or a short. It's basically kind of in the mess, in the cloud, if you will, and that's never a great place to take a trade. So truth is, big picture, I think further upside makes a lot more sense. We do got to recognize in the big picture as well, if this is the top, we're going to start seeing a correction to fulfill our ABC pattern to find that lower low and lower high. Okay, it would make sense that we're going to see that. A lot of coins are shaping up to have this type of breakout, if you will. If you look at larger time frames, it does paint a slightly different picture, where we can see here 0.382 or 0.5 are going to be some potential bouncing points. So if we cannot break this plane here in the next 24 to 48 hours, we survive the the Fed meeting on Wednesday, which if inflation goes up, there's a good chance prices will go down. We're going to see these levels here retested. So I'm just going to go ahead and send this chart out to our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. Again, be sure to make turn on your alerts, or alerts. Enable your alerts on these channels if you want to kind of be notified of these things. I do send out a lot of playout charts, so be mindful of that. But regardless, I'm going to go ahead and make sure we have this available for you. So thanks so much for watching. Hope you learned something here today. Do us a favor, quickly, like, subscribe, follow here and everywhere else, just to help grow the community, because we're a little late to the social media game, but our YouTube is, we need some help with the algorithm too. All right. So either way, thanks so much for joining me here. Hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one. Take good care of yourself.